gosh. This is why you RV. This is why. Like, you can't come here with just staying in that hotel. First day RVing in the books. Our last video, we were looking at an RV. We have since picked up Optimus, and it's been a whirlwind. I'll let you start.
A whirlwind?
A whirlwind, yes.
Okay. All right, so it wasn't too bad. We ended up getting a 2020 Horizon, Winnebago Horizon.
Are you happy about it?
Winnebago Horizon 42Q. We really liked the floor plan, so we found something that we liked, found it at a local dealer, and went and looked at it.
On pickup day, we were scheduled for a walkthrough at 9 a.m. Well, I felt like we've encountered several hiccups that day. One hiccup being the time was pushed back. We arrived at the dealership and they were not prepared.
It was not washed. Well, that was really the big thing. It hadn't been washed yet. So
I think the delay was they had taken it in, got the tires changed as we requested, and it took longer than they anticipated.
Our inspection didn't start until 12:30. Inspection overall went pretty well. It was maybe an hour. The guy was pretty good. We sort of rushed him through it because we had another appointment to get retro bands put on the steer tires. Retro bands are basically, if you have a flat, these are, what would you call it, hard tires, or
I call them like run flats, something like run flats.
Sort of like run flats, but there's a hard band around the inside of the rim. So if your tire blows and you're not riding on the rim, you're riding on this hard fake tire. I guess that's the best you can. You have to look it up. So it's sort of hard to explain.
We picked up Optimus. That's what we named him because he's a transformer of sorts. Like all RVs are transformers. Why did we call him Optimus? What makes him special?
It's like a RV bus.
Ah, the bus.
Yeah,
it's like a bus / RV. Okay, so we picked him up and we hightailed it up about an hour away to Manassas to go to the National Indoor RV Center, where they put on the run flats. They also
hit the flat toe for your Jeep. So we ended up getting a Air Force One braking system. Instead of having the braking system that a box or a module that you put on the floor, we had it mounted under the hood. So this actually works off the air brakes on the coach. So they did a really good job of hooking it up, and we'll, in a later video, we'll show you how it is hooked up and how we flat tow our Jeep.
So not only is this our maiden voyage, we also pulled our vehicle with bikes in tow. So and we went about 250 miles. So we are currently south of the border, which is a nice
What's the name of this place? Camp Pedro? No.
Camp. I think it is Camp Pedro, south of the border.
Camp Pedro? Could be.
Well, we're going to call it Camp Pedro. We'll put the real name in the description. So we are here. After it was back up. So after going to the National NIRVC, they were excellent. Let me tell you, they were outstanding. And Mr. Winfield, he was awesome. He went, I guess it felt like he went through the RV from rooter to tutor, and he actually let us know things that were overlooked. We thought we'd take this opportunity for all of you new RV shoppers, purchasers. This is our very first one, and we want to share with you some of our recommendations, just maybe to make it a little bit easier. So the first recommendation would be, we did a search on RV Trader and RV Insider.
If you're looking for a used, of course, if you're looking for a new, you go to an RV show, or you just go straight to a dealer. but RV Trader was really my number one source.
So we used RV Trader, RV Insider, found the coach that we wanted at a local dealership. I would say this: read the reviews of the shops that you go to or the dealerships. The reviews where we went were not as favorable as we like, but we took a chance.
We won't mention any names.
We took a chance because we really liked the coach, and it was one of few. I think the year they stopped making it one, and when they did make it, they only made maybe like 140. So we really wanted it. So we went despite the reviews, but we knew that we were going in trusting, but we were going to verify. Number two, do a preliminary inspection yourself. Go in and look for any obvious, of course, signs of leakage on the roof, any areas that could be potential on the roof.
You may not be able to see the leakage on the roof, but
look
inside the coach. Yes. Look inside the coach for
look for cracks and crevices or maybe gaps on the roof if you can. Also, we do a walk around and check the DOT.
So the DOT is basically a 4-digit number. The first 2 digits are the week that the tires were manufactured, and the last 2 are the year. We had 2 sets of DOTs. It was 2117 and 3117.
So those are, if you do the math, 7 years old.
Yeah, 2025 is when we purchased, so these tires are 6-7 years old almost. So that is important. You look at the DOT. If that is...
Wait, 2017 plus 2025, 7 years old. So for me, my alarms went off when I saw those tires. And one of us thought... 2025 plus 2017 is 5 plus 3. These are 8-year-old tires.
That's what I said. Okay.
Okay. So, yeah, this is what we do. So, when we looked at those tires, and he told me the date, because I didn't even think about looking at it, but when he said 2017, my alarms went off. I did not want to chance it. The records on this coach were non-existent. We had no clue what, if it sat in the heat, what it was like. And as they say, the tire will age before you will see any visible signs of aging. Did our homework and found from some of our friends who are RVers that 5 years on average is good, and we decided to negotiate that part. So we negotiated the cost of the RV, or to actually ask them to replace it, and they did. So I was really pleased that at first they did push back, but guess what? Negotiate, and also be prepared to walk away. Not only once, you may have to walk away twice. And if they really are trying to push that RV, guess what? They will chase you out into the parking lot. And at first it was, of course, we can't. Okay, fine, that's okay. But they met us where we were, and we were very pleased. And they also wanted me to just do the batteries as well.
Well, the batteries, when we were looking at the coach, the batteries were dead. It would not start because it had been sitting on the lot, and we were told that someone forgot to disconnect the battery disconnect switch. So the chassis batteries were dead. The coach would not start. Also, when we were letting the slides out, we basically saw low voltage on the console. We have a digital dashboard, and it basically said low voltage when we were trying to let the slides out. So we determined, or we found out, that the batteries were old also. The chassis battery actually had a date of 6/24, so that they weren't too bad. They had just obviously been replaced. But the house battery, we have 6 AGM house batteries, and they were dead or on the last leg. So we asked them to replace that. Fortunately, they replaced all 6 batteries. So again, when you're talking, when you find a coach and you decide to pursue that coach, there's room for negotiation. Just like buying a car, just like buying a house, you got to just negotiate.
Back the engine for obvious leaks.
If you're a mechanic, and most people may not be
Or
mechanically inclined.
But I'm not a mechanic, but I know what a leak looks like. If there's
look for obvious leaks.
also windows, like the window was broke. We have a broken window, and that's something. So the whole point of doing this preliminary inspection is to be able to negotiate and to have some ammunition when you make that counter offer. And we did find that the window was cracked, so we do have a we owe you to replace that Winnebago exit window. Also, an independent inspection from
NRVA, National
yes.
Something. We'll have it in the description.
Inspector. He did a fair job. The report was thorough. It was like 60 pages plus details from top to bottom. However, if there is inclement weather, I would suggest that you plan for that, do a follow-up, because the roof was not examined due to snow being on top. All right, so consider bringing a peer with you who may be more knowledgeable about the RV industry. We had our peer, the car mentor, who is very, very knowledgeable about the automotive industry, and so he was really helpful in just guiding us and nudging us in the right direction. Next recommendation, consider getting an independent service. We recommend the independent inspection, but even after purchasing it, I would get the first service. If there's no record of a recent service, I would get a baseline service done to the vehicle.
Right. Some owners or if you're buying a used car and you have previous owners that were really good with their maintenance, sometimes they leave the maintenance, or there's some way that you can track the maintenance records. If you can find a previous RV with the maintenance records, all the better. If not, like my wife said, just get your first service done so you can start at that point and you can track your maintenance record.
And finally, when you're RV shopping, it is more than the RV. I think, did I underestimate? Maybe not. I guess we had an idea in mind, but I didn't realize how quickly things add up. So you have the coach, you have storage that you have to worry about, insurance, also the that plan, the service plan that you have to take into consideration. We did not go.
Warranty.
We did not go with the extended warranty with the dealer. It was a little bit pricier, and what we found is that you can actually find comparable plans on the outside for a little cheaper. So the
dealer has to make their money some kind of way. So they usually make it in the extended warranty. So.
All right, so that is it. Day 1 in the books. Tomorrow we will head out to where we will be for about another week. So we are going big and not going home, or we are home.
And with that, don't forget to like, subscribe.
We only have like 4 subscribers, but you 3 get together, like, share. You already subscribe. We have to. They already subscribed. So like, share, and comment. Alrighty.